TV, where I'm here to share my knowledge and I let y'all decide on what's true or not. I got a couple brothers in the building, a few guests. Y'all can introduce yourself if y'all want to, but we finna go in. Now, as y'all see, the name of this title is called "The Difference Between Black and White Phenotypes." So we're gonna be talking about, what makes us different and different realities and all and the pros and cons. Now, I'm gonna start it off. I think that's the key. I'm gonna start it off with saying all people are not 100% human beings. Now, don't quote me on this, but it was a scientist put it out that said Caucasians are 96% human being, 4% Neanderthal. Now, Neanderthal is a different type of species. You know what I'm saying? So, to letting that be known, we are the full colored people. We are the 100% human beings, and that's a known fact. So, any one of y'all want to piggyback off that, or got a like for an example?
Keep building, bro.
For an example, I want to break something down. Us black people or colored people, as y'all know, we have something called neuron melanin, which is us like black matter. So
that's like in our marrow bone, right?
It's all over us. But I'm gonna break it down. We colored people
rather called carbon.
Right, and white people got something called phenomelanin, and it's like an animal melanin. Y'all notice when a tiger kills somebody, they don't lose no sleep. Animal, they'll kill somebody, don't lose no sleep. Y'all see how the white people killing us don't lose no sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they got animal melanin, which is a phenomelanin. We have neuron melanin.
The only reason why I would debate that is because
it's a fact.
Those in our community who do just the same.
But that's by choice. But 85% of Caucasians, they pineal gland is calcified.
Because by nature we are loving people.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm going. But that also makes us it makes us different because they, you know what I'm saying? They barbarians.
So do that make us different or offspring?
Well, we can't be the offspring. I feel like we're the original.
Exactly. He took the
So
word
that's what I want to get at. What makes us the original?
I feel like what makes us original is because we on all faces of the earth.
Okay.
We everywhere. We overseas. We in Japan. Wherever you name it, it's a colored person.
We're here in Western philosophy, theology, in every sort of, every thing Western, I'll just say aspect. Thank you, sir. All of that Western shit, where they have tried to create the narrative to the rest of the world that we are the quote-unquote minority, which is a fucking lie.
Yeah.
It's right before our eyes. Cognitive dissonance is the biggest disease amongst our people, and amongst people, period, but especially amongst our people.
Yep.
And my mama always would be telling me, you gotta stop trying to see the good in people and all that, but I can't help it. I said that just to say, hey, a lot of our people really just don't know. They're ignorant because my parents were miseducated, their parents.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? So that's why these different generational curses continue to happen.
I don't think
many families like that.
But I don't think we was misled or our families didn't know. You feel me? I don't think people took the time out to actually research, to sit there and go through our whole digestive system, our bloodlines, our genetics.
Yes, sir.
To understand we are living gods.
Right. Yes, sir.
So let me ask you this then.
I believe that. So basically saying, yeah.
So if we was living gods, how did these people?
Don't make the excuse for them niggas. Yeah, I got you, brother.
This my thing,
yes, sir,
then.
But that's why my mom. That's why I said what I said. My mama said. She told me like. But that's just my part of my nature, brother. I try to get because I believe everybody deserves a second chance.
Yeah, of course.
And I was always taught the golden rule as a child, like most of us. And if the world followed the golden rule, bro, but you better believe, bro, none of this shit or majority of the shit that's going on, evil and negative that's going on, would not be taking place. Because you would not want to treat that person, the next man, evil.
But you can't get evil without good and good without evil.
Which is balance.
Yeah.
Of course.
Which is a
Gemini,
duality.
So,
Yeah.
I'm a Gemini, I know that.
But this my
Yeah,
question:
so
if we was gods, how did we let them conquer us?
I got a line where I say
We didn't. We conquered ourselves.
I got
And
a,
explain that.
I got a line where I say,
You sure you want me to explain
they say
that?
that the good
Yeah,
die
yeah.
young, the good die young. But for me,
I ain't gonna
I've
do that
done
to
enough.
ourselves.
What?
He said, what the short debate me and Alex had, but that's another topic, Alex.
Okay.
So
The good die young. I didn't get enough bad to see 100.
I'm trying to see what else I got to say.
That's
I
real
mean, that's really the big agenda why they trying to push for we all equal. We all are not equal. We two different genetics. We can do. They say being the helpful people we are.
Yeah.
Fact.
Somebody else said something too. I feel like shit, we are more superior than they are. Shit, they don't have the life substantials within their body to survive in different type of elements and environments we have.
Well,
have done through centuries. You could put a black industrial human being in any aspect of the world, and he could survive.
That's a fact.
that's true.
That's fact. We're the most resilient, the most diligent.
We can adapt to anything.
And boy,
So that's why I say it's a thin line between
very much innovators.
Yeah, it's a thin
Very
line
much.
between
The earth is
them and us.
Mother Earth is very much with us. Every element of the word.
Shit,
Of
the earth.
I got Yahweh.
Remember
on
I
my
told
neck,
you,
and Hebrew
we
letters.
come from the
Yeah.
earth.
God, He, Wad, He is all.
We
four
come from the
elements.
earth. They
Yes,
bury
sir.
us in
But
the
y'all,
earth.
Yes, sir.
y'all got it. All right. So
And what,
since
guess what? We're
I,
gonna
I'm,
rise again.
no, this the host. I'm finna ask y'all a question.
I'm sorry.
So
Yes, sir.
since see the title is the different phenotypes between black and white. So we know it's a difference between black and white, but if we more genetically stronger and all this and that, how come they ruling us like they is? Don't they got some pros with they shit too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well,
And I feel like the reason why, like, they rule and in control is because
they played the victim
they took
card. Bro.
no, they took the
And
they took the
friend
necessary
approach.
ability. They took the necessary
True.
ability. They took the necessary ability to isolate at will.
Which, okay, yes, why Dr. King had at the end of his life said, I'm afraid I've integrated my people into a burning house.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Because,
So
know,
you realize
so-
he integrated us with these white people.
And Malcolm had went over
He tried to make it
seas and
seem like
seen
we
the
was
truth
equal.
when he
knew we
was
weren't
totally
equal.
opposite. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's false.
Now,
That's false
so
guidance.
So it was already too late, and we know that the fucking feds, CIA, and all the other federal agencies, military, and other people, they whacked our brothers, our elders, our ancestors. Now, with that being said, though, I'm gonna say, hey, we're in a state whereas, trying to do that again, and that bitch J. Edgar Hoover say that it would never be the rise of another
Black Messiah.
You know what I'm saying? You're seeing how certain, of our leaders, or quote unquote, are being taken out. You know what I'm saying?
At what cost? Theirs or ours?
I'll say, be honest, for real.
Say the truth.
A lot of it has become. They've taken it and it becomes theirs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't at our cost.
When it wasn't at ours at all, because when those people were alive, you know what I'm saying, it was, at our cost.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So
That's
let
the
me.
part I
So
want
do
to-
y'all think the white man really fear us? Because when y'all think about all the stuff he went to do, they done fucked our education up, our history. They put fear in us. If a person got to do all this to another people, they must be afraid of them in a type of way that nobody else is.
It's obvious, bro. And like my grandma was saying, I always be saying it, bro. Common sense ain't so common. Niggas, common sense is what cognitive dissonance
I think
is.
it's always
the disease is right in our face, bro.
And I think it's
people
always
be like,
the
just
ruler don't
like,
want to be
no.
ruled.
You say the ruler don't want to be ruled?
Yeah.
Bro, them people's time is up, bro.
That's deep.
Think about the chessboard, bro. The matriarchal world is what it really is, but they say it's a man's world, which is a lie.
All this shit is a
lie. All of
illusion,
that shit is European thinking, patriarchal shit. I mean, I can't even say that, but because Queen Elizabeth.
So
they
is
the
it
only ones
is it safe to
So-
say that the
so-
European
so-
society is crashing? Like, is at the end
I
of
mean,
its road now?
Yes,
it
if we
definitely
take the
crashed
necessary
because
steps
when you
to
think about the
stand
chessboard,
and be
the
strong.
Queen is the most important piece on the chessboard.
And
There-
Queen Elizabeth died.
Queen Elizabeth
She
died.
gone, right?
You see what I'm saying?
So the
think
matriarchal
about the
power
world
is
being-
gone.
Is gone. She was
All the
crown.
secrecies,
the
everything.
The British crown has 5 continents under their belts.
Ever
Still
since
to
that
this
happened,
day. To
ever
this
since
day,
that
bro,
stage
people don't
of-
know. Other than the U.S. being a corporation, this is a part of the British crown, bro.
Yep. So we're really slaves to the
Yes.
to the
The
queen,
crown.
Yes.
to the crown.
Yes.
The Jesuits.
Yes.
Them. So another
Yes.
thing, y'all, the Jesuits
Jesuits.
is more powerful than the Jews.
through anything
yeah.
in the world.
Yeah, the royal family.
Because they Zionists, yeah. Like Biden, that bitch.
Hey, don't Biden got a son that's in
That
Yes.
bitch too.
Russia right now, Russian military, and he's so called a
Whether
president.
he's in Russia or he's in Ukraine,
It
the
doesn't
whole
matter.
reasoning for this war is due to the fact and out of the contradiction and hypocrisy that they brought on President Trump and the fact that he was doing business with Russia as president, quote unquote, and they tried to make that a big issue. But when you look at his history, the whole thing is that man has been doing business with Russia over the past 30 to 40 years, if not longer.
True.
Stay on the fact that, oh yeah, man, his
Oh, you
taxes
say
and
he
all
you
that
say he in
bullshit.
Ukraine?
You know what I'm saying? No, that's Biden, bitch ass. Ukraine, Trump is dealing with Russia. When
He
be
said
bringing up,
that's why he funded all that
when
money to Ukraine.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
When they be bringing up Trump circumstances, his relationship with Putin, like I said, all that shit over 30, 40 years old, you know. And so again, it's
He been had that. We been had that like solar admission to where he could be able to construct himself in Russia, build in Russia. He's been had those relationships and associates
like when that
since the 80s.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Early 80s.
When they be talking about, oh man.
So do
he's
y'all
a
think
crook
this
on the
war
house.
is a plot? Like
Listen,
it's set
he
up?
exposed everybody like and he
Shit.
did whatever he did that
I don't even think it's a war.
that presidential debate versus Hillary, and he told her she was going to
Shit.
jail, and she
Guess
tried to
who
bring
over the
up
media?
all of them people she's
It's a
working
war,
with.
right? Guess who over the media? If it's so much
we
of a
know
war.
who it is. We know who's over the media. I mean, come on, we know who it is.
So ain't they?
Yeah.
That mean they
Them
just
top hat
dictating
people.
everything.
Them small hat people.
They just dictate.
You know what I'm saying?
If it was a war, it should be a war.
I feel like the people that we can't talk about, the J people, I feel like they answering to some people. Who y'all think they got to answer to?
It's
The
a
banksters.
Remember
the
I told
banksters
you.
are the real gangsters.
Remember I told you it's always a chain of command
Hey.
over the person that you think is the commander.
Maya Ashmel Bauer said that whatever it was in the 17 or 1800, whenever the fuck he said. But dude said, hey, I care not who makes the laws of the land. Just allow me to print the money of the land. And again, I care not who makes the laws, because with me printing the money, I do with pretty much what I will. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You don't. You know, you can say, come on, that's.
Yeah, that's because that's just like saying if you got $1 billion, nigga, I'm printing the money. I could print me 10 billion. That way. So you know.
Shit, at the end of the month, I'll probably be worth 100 billion.
Man,
But what puts value in money?
All of the things that energy is currency.
Shit.
If you want to get
What
deep,
put power in money?
Currency.
Look
and when
around
you think
us.
about the meaning of currency and
Everything
all
they
these things,
make us need. Shit.
is energy. We put our energy into
That's where the
these
power
things.
of money go at.
Because really, you can take the bartering system that was used with cattle and fruits and vegetables and things,
Bartering,
which is real energy.
bartering
the
was
things that
money
we eat.
at first.
You know what I'm saying? Which
That
is,
was the first thing of
Yeah,
of a
we had to
war.
trade.
Had to
yeah,
trade first.
all of those things.
It
But
was
now
your
it's become
word
to the
and your
point,
product.
exactly. But now it's become to a piece of paper. Also, yes, it did. There also were interdependent, and that was on certain levels. But definitely the minerals of the earth, such as gold and silver. You know what I'm saying? Nickel and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Rubies and emeralds and all of that shit. That whether it was cut and uncut, whatever the case may be. But all of those things, and hey, they decided where, of course, where blood has been shed, and you got like places like the Biz, you know what I'm saying, who's very much guilty of the blood diamonds. I mean, it ain't even in the millions of as many diamonds that have been.
All right, so since you speaking of the diamonds, that draws me to another topic. I think you already know where I'm gonna go, because them blood diamonds was over there. They got them kids in Africa digging in them mines, getting them diamonds out.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
we over here in America.
And niggas be arguing and be joking and laughing, and you know, which they ignorant to it. So you
They
can't
say
be
they be
mad
paying
at
them like
so I don't be
10
mad.
cent to
So
dig
I don't
in them
necessarily-
coals and
what?
little ass money.
10
They be
cent?
enslaving.
I'm
They be
surprised they
enslaving
even
them
getting that,
kids.
bro. I'm surprised they even getting that.
People don't even
Not
probably walk
let
away with a
alone the
whole
untold
dollar
stories
a
of
day.
where these babies are put on.
In an entire day.
Motherfucking listen, they are put on.
They probably don't even walk away with a dollar.
blindfolds. Listen, blindfolds, and put AKs and all type of artillery in their hands with their mothers and their fathers, their grandmothers, and all of their legacy, their siblings, and whomever else.
And by the way, y'all, bro been to
listen,
Africa too.
nigga has been put in the line of fire, and they've been blindfolded, and they are being told by an older rebel who's telling them to pull that trigger, and they are pulling that trigger. And when they are removed, after when that motherfucking blindfold is removed, and they realize they have killed their families in cold blood, do you know what that does to the psyche of a child? My
So
God,
really, the
boy, so
child
you know,
rebels is the
man,
most
niggas,
dangerous
all of the
motherfuckers
blood
on
diamonds.
earth.
So niggas over here, you can't blame them, because yes, unfortunately they don't know. But when you do know, and as they say, when you do better, know better, you do better, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I can't stand it to see a lot of times, and ain't nothing wrong with it. Don't ever let me. I'll be lying about it and say, hey, yeah, it was, you know, good. You see the
He
different
said,
diamonds.
"Shorty,
but
that movie
niggas
was
be
real."
arguing, but niggas be arguing, but niggas be arguing and shit about what labs. I mean, what diamonds is real and ain't. Go to the store and say you need lab diamonds or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. It ain't like I got the money to be going in the stores and say give me a $500,000 chain. Cause ain't no fucking way I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go and take that money, invest, and go buy land, nigga. I'm going to take that and buy property, of course, which of course will the land the property will be inhabited on. You know what I'm saying? The dwelling. I'm going to go ahead, bro.
And it kind of makes me go back to the Safety Act that they trying to pass, because a lot of us black colored people is having money and buying property. Now they trying to say that the police not gonna be able to protect our businesses and properties. You think that might be a part of a reason, because we growing and getting properties and businesses and shit too?
Well, we in Illinois, and our state has always been the most,
and come to something that's gonna kill itself.
Our state has been the most corrupt. I think our state is the most corrupt over New York.
They just realizing they should have been.
And our city is the most segregated nation in the city still. Dr. King himself, and I'm always reiterate and repeat what that man said. Out of all he's been through, of course that ain't got to be said when you know that man's house has been bombed multiple times. The assassination attempts, nigga, on that man's life. The fact that he been jailed and spit on, bitten, hosed, and man, I ain't got to. Man, look, boy, don't make me go that way.
Okay,
niggas try to make that man soft, boy. and niggas thought that man was soft. Boy, take a whole lot more courage, nigga, not to put it to strike
See,
a man.
Martin Luther
Boy,
King was the
goddamn
real
it.
Messiah.
But once he realized and he knew in the end, like I integrated my people in the burning house, nigga, he started to be a rebel, nigga. Him and Malcolm now, which is the most powerful picture that'll ever be taken, boy. When they met, boy, that was that picture. They knew, the feds knew, and that bitch J. Edgar Hoover knew and sat back like I cannot let that happen. Because if it happened, the world gonna turn upside down.
You can also
Okay,
put yourself.
let's see what bro go say.
Man, boy.
I respect you too, but you can also put yourself in the pot too with them. So where you play the games with them.
Now y'all can keep going. I just, no man, I'm gonna come right here.
But Martin Luther King said he was all for his people, but shit, he wasn't perfect. He wasn't
No
perfect
man
either.
is.
But I take people more for their accountability and what they show and do. And he did show and do a lot.
I do a lot, and he had no problem with
doing it.
exactly showing his transparency.
He ain't never bend over.
Yeah, at all.
You feel me?
At all.
All our black people bend
At
over
all.
now.
You got it breaks my
once
heart.
Once he saw one motherfucker get beat, he did something about it.
Listen, exactly. It breaks my
You feel
heart.
me? Then they tried to start beating him, but he had a whole lot of motherfuckers with him.
Listen.
The
whole reason why he even wound up in Memphis the second time was because when he wound up back in Memphis, it was because they had knew that he was nonviolent and he had quelled the situation.
It wasn't even that he was back in Memphis. It was just
they had brought him back.
He was south. Regardless, that's what everything was going on.
Yeah. But they, like I say, but no, he was there for another circumstance, but he had came back for that, and that's when they knew to strike. But
why do you think he was there?
But
what was the real initial reason for him being there?
Because it was for the workers' rights, the sanitation workers. They were going on strike, of course, for pay and things of that nature. And the doctor was just going to support.
And tell me the leaders he had right there with him, instructing them.
Messy Jesse bet with that bitch, first and foremost. That bitch, goddamn it, thought he first and foremost has always been out for self.
That's why I say,
goddamn it, he was the only one Dr. King asked all of his brothers to wear shirts and ties. He thought he was gonna be cool and wear goddamn the turtleneck and a leather jacket and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that bitch, did that also, because he was working with them people, to get the doctor out the way. The doctor, I had found documents, and I also had, other than researching myself, but also seeing other people such as the great Nick Gregory and Miss Coretta, God bless her soul. She had went and had gotten Judge Joe Brown.
Can I ask y'all this question?
Go ahead.
If y'all think Martin Luther King was alive right now, how would the world be different?
Yep, I don't think it'd be. I think it'd be less demonetizing music. I think
different.
more. I think it'd be more
because that what like Kanye said, one man can have so much power. Malcolm, the same way. These men, see, you take take the words literally. Think about words and then flip it backwards. And what does it say? Sword.
Yeah, words and swords are spelt with the same letters.
It's biblically.
But
it's in the Quran.
What makes King so powerful is because he was non-violent. So, and he still got shot down like a dog. So that show you that your tongue is your most powerful weapon. What you speak, you have the ability to speak life and death into things. And that's why he got shot in his tongue. They shot him in the mouth through his throat.
Yeah. And all that's detailed and documented. Hate, right? And all that's detailed and documented by,
again,
Judge, of course, but Judge Joe Brown, who Miss Coretta went and got him. And everybody thought, because I thought he took a headshot. So when he said that he was hitting the thorax and for him to have been shot in the throat, I'm like, that was personal. A vendetta. J. Edgar Hoover was so detailed and technical in how he did things. And I ain't gonna lie, that old cracker bitch, I got a man, as much evil as much. Yeah, I respect it because I'm like, man, boy, he sent messages when he killed, when he made sure or neutralized how he put in paperwork to his other agents and shit. he hit him in the tongue because that was his most powerful weapon in the thorax. You know what I'm saying? And then the way that Dr. King had turned when they spoke of.
Nah, he said that he didn't die when they said he did.
No, he didn't.
No.
I actually heard when he went to the hospital, the doctor smothered him.
Come on, and you think, man, and not for 1 second do I not believe that.
Yeah.
And I believe that wholeheartedly.
They said that happened to King Von too when he got killed. Doctors.
Von looked like he died on the spot, bro. In my opinion, because the minute he shot, bro, he became dead weight. They were trying to hold him up while they were still fighting. So I think he was already out or dying in the process.
I like that though.
Yeah, I mean, well, okay,
I
now
keep
let me
going,
ask
brother.
y'all this. So,
Shit don't end, brother. Go ahead.
now I'm just saying, cause now as y'all could tell, it's everybody feel different. We all getting into our knowledge, not just us, people around the world. So we starting to notice a difference in stuff that we used to be into and into it. We becoming awakened. So do y'all think we go ever rise? Like, I know it's gonna be another Messiah again, but I just wonder how it's gonna kick off. My point for saying this, because when they killed George Floyd, we really showed these people we could take over this bitch. We all got together, motherfuckers was riding and getting in numbers, and we was unifying. So I know we can do it. But do y'all think it'll ever become a time, not forced, but just by us just getting together and just rising?
Yeah, when niggas.
And how and why? Because I don't see it, bro.
When niggas decide to
Shit,
put
just
away
because
their
we
pride
know-
and their ego.
Okay.
When niggas put
That's
their pride and their ego to the side, then we can have a revolution amongst our people. I ain't lying.
What you got to say, bro?
That's
because
honest to God
people
truth.
know, and we know this and
It's
that.
crabs in the
We
barrel.
gotta give consistent doing. We gotta be consistent as much as they consistent with their system. Shit, we gotta build our own system. We
And
gotta
people,
build our own everything.
How do we
Be
start?
consistent.
How we lay the foundation down?
because people so indoctrinated. Like I say, cognitive dissonance is the biggest disease amongst
How we
Negroes right
seeing,
now.
how we seeing somebody from 2000 come straight from him with nothing? Just him and his mama. You feel me? She probably had a little money, but they weren't rich. He showed us through 22 years. Shit, another motherfucker before that. But we wasn't getting it. Shit, you gotta be consistent doing it. If you ask me, you can know something. Just because you know shit, that don't mean you
He said one thing for sure, the best thing they ever done was make us our own enemy. Yeah, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. I just feel like when we say they did all this, sometimes I feel like we're giving them too much power or too much credit. Even though they did destroy our house homes, but like, damn, why we can't go destroy theirs?
I don't think they did that.
See, that's why we ain't going nowhere.
They had help though, and unfortunately, the help was a lot of those who look like us.
It was us perpetrating us.
Like W.E.B. Du Bois, fucking traitor. That bitch. He the reason why to this day we thinking he
How
got
could
us,
they ever
instead of
weaken
looking
us
right
if
here
they
in the
didn't
lands
know
of
us?
where we indigenous to and aboriginal to, he had us goddamn it
You got to
looking
be
over
weakened from within inside.
across the water as Africans.
From your own.
And them people ain't us, and they'll tell you they ain't
Something
us.
within your own gonna crumble before.
So basically, the reason why we're in a position
One of
we
the many
in
reasons
is because of our own people. Some of our own people sold
Yes,
us
sir.
out.
Yes, sir. Wholeheartedly.
So can we identify those people in history? Who are they?
I just named W.E.B. Du Bois.
Explain to the people who is that.
W.E.B. Du Bois would be the one who would be a Boule member. Let me speak first and say that. Also being an educator and a professor. The bitch was an author, and I really don't give a fuck about his accolades because he's a traitor. But the thing is, his number one job was to take down, and I'ma still say the Honorable Marcus Garvey because he's questionable and it's fucked up. He fucked up too. You know what I'm saying? And and my thing is, why would, because J. Edgar Hoover's first case was to take down Marcus Garvey federally, and W.E.B. Du Bois is very well known to have helped J. Edgar Hoover to, and go to do that. But he also worked with some Germans, named Frank Boas and another dude with the last name Malkovich. They were Germans to start this out of Africa theory. To have us instead looking right here up under our noses on the land that we stood on as Aboriginals. Because every black, all, like I say, common sense ain't so common, so think about it, y'all. Most of our people in Negro families have had some shape, form, or fashion say, look, man, we got Indian in our blood, or your grandma was Indian, or your great grandma, or your uncle, or granddaddy, somebody, was Indian in your family. Everybody didn't have that. I can guarantee, that's about 98% of us who can say that for sure.
So,
you know what I'm saying? And so he had us where he started a whole theory, and goddamn it, us looking over the water, and them people will tell you out of their own mouths, they are not even, we ain't them, and vice versa.
So
like
we are not
cousins.
African Americans.
No,
we
not
are
at all.
Americans.
We have been reclassified over and over again in no particular order. I will say, starting out documented, and this is all credited word to the brother Dane Calloway, but who has the paperwork and all those receipts and shit. But and I'm grateful because even still with my own family on my maternal side, and just like the Jews, where you can only be Jewish,
only through the
mother. So
lineage.
I'm Indian through my mother's lineage. Know that, because even through that, being Creek Indian, by the way, specifically, because mine go all the way back to 1848, which is a blessing, and I was able to look through that because of my paperwork and things of that nature, and my family kept, a documented trail on that for our family to know.
So we know we not African Americans. We
Point
indigenous to
blank.
America.
Point blank.
Waka Flocka been saying it. He been coming out saying it.
Yeah, for point blank. You know what I'm saying? But but yeah, the bitch W.E.B. Du Bois, he pretty much did what he did, and then them Ashkenazis, them Zionists, they decided, hey man, he pretty much thought he was gonna, get some brown nose, points, and get a certain rank, and pretty much traded on us, and they pretty much took his work, god damn it, and they took it as their own, and hey, they kicked him to the curb, exiled his ass, stripped him of everything, which he deserved in the first fucking place. But then they took his credit for something that he started, which was all false and wrong anyway. But the fact that it was his brainchild and they did it and they put it out there, it was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So bitch, you got it anyway, and you got what you deserve. And you went against Marcus Garvey. Now Marcus Garvey, it broke my heart because the brother was a Jesuit, and like I say, I'm still got to do some major research, but a lot of it, yeah, you could say he was a traitor too, you know what I'm saying? He spoke us back to Africa, and he never had been there. And I've been there myself at 19 years old. So, you know what I mean? He was, once my hero,
right,
just the same, you know what I'm saying? But it broke my heart to find out,
that he was a Jesuit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But again, I think it's a lot of things is out of ignorance because he was born into it. And no child, no baby, of course. Each one of us, none of us was asked to be here. So he was born into something that was already colonized. He's Jamaican. And the fact that the British had colonized those lands, just like the French en Francais, they had colonized Haiti. And so they speak, Creole is their language, or Jamaicans speak patois. And so, again, that's all because, missionaries, or as they call them, but it's all mercenaries. And under the guise of God, instead of them having guns taking over their land, they have a Bible. And like the great Jomo Kenyatta said, hey, when we had the land, they came over, them pilgrims, pale-faced Ashkenazis, and all these other,
they always come as missionaries, bro.
I don't want to get my brother flag page because I get riled up and use certain language. but I'm gonna just say, like Jomo Kenyatta say, we had the land. They came over, asked us to bow our heads in prayer, and they had a book while we had the land. We opened our eyes, and next thing you know, we had the book and they had the land. And that's enough. Where I tell people, man, if that ain't telling you, you know exactly what's going on, man. You know the vision. Right? Yeah, I had it right. You know, but basically, religion is divide and conquer, and they've used that. You know, they continuously use that. You know what I'm saying? We're not Hebrew Israelites and Moors and all that other shit.
Nah,
man.
we ain't no Hebrews.
All that shit is all, you know, Freemasonry based, and you know what I'm saying. A lot of that shit has been, manipulated and if I may say, pretty much been put out there and straight, you know, for negativity being given to us and force fed to us, and it's all evil. And you got people, the blind leading the blind and the devil and the dumb. Everybody blind, deaf, and dumb. You know what I'm saying? And they following these different trends and waves, and it's sad because you know it's all out of real ignorance, and it ain't like people. It's because people really want to know knowledge. People really want to grow and really want to learn. But you know, when you got people who out here as false prophets and they doing this shit and they doing it for self-gain and they're taking advantage, who are very wise and they're being, you know, but they're using that knowledge, those truths, and they taking the mind of the weak and those who's vulnerable and gullible, and like a lot of church pastors, you know what I'm saying, or a lot of, you know,
Man, I feel like
predatory and parasitic acts and take advantage of people is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And here you go with where you know. So it's
I feel like a man's religion should be his income, his family, and his land. That's what the religion should be. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of these people, a lot of people say they spiritual, but spiritual just means dealing with spirits. You got bad spirits, you got good spirits. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to say divinity, you know, a divine spirit. It's a divine order. It's a divine law, a universal law. And you know, some people, cause to be exact, to piggyback off what Big Bro was saying, with these fraternities and all these stuff and these missionaries and these Jews with the Bible and stuff, they got it from us, because the first mystery schools was over in well, they say they was in Egypt, but you know, that was our people. We was the first Masons and the first all this and that shit got infiltrated inside out, you know. But a lot of shit that they doing is our shit. They giving it back to us, cause you know, ain't nothing new under the sun. So this not new what they doing. So we just gotta get this shit back and get their ass to put our foot back in their neck. Cause I'm pretty sure it's loopholes. It's a double-edged sword to everything. It's you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, well, ain't no feel like, I know that right now we in a new age. We in the age of Aquarius, with all this new conscious, all this new knowledge coming to people. And you know, we was being hidden through, what the fuck? We was being brought through darkness through religion. You know what I'm saying? Even when you say a prayer and when you say amen or amen ra, you know what I'm saying? That means hidden. So we not in the age of Taurus no more. We're in the age of Aquarius. A lot of y'all don't know that the Bible is based off astrology. The 12 zodiac signs, the 12 months in a year, all this shit is based off astrology. The Bible is meant to not be taken literal. It is a cold book that's speaking different dramatic texts. You know, it's meant to be decoded. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think Adam and Eve really mean Adam and Eve. Adam, which represent atom in scientific form, and the Eve represents the mitochondrial Eve gene, which we know was to be a black woman that was born 200,000 years ago. So we know that all this shit started with us and it's gonna end with us. And You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, just like you said in the beginning of the video, bro, we are loving, kind, giving people. We always forgiving people, and we always opening our arms, and that's how they conquered us. You know, but at the same time, of course, we know it's gonna be a bloodshed, but you know what I'm saying? I just feel like a lot of people got to step into this knowledge, like what we talking about, and remember what we was. Remember in our past life, we come from royalty. It's in our DNA. This shit for real. You know what I'm saying? So that they see us and they know who we is already. It's just a lot of us that don't know who we is. And bro, I seen you had made a comment and you was talking about that on the job applications, how they went from putting African American to Black American because they know we researching our histories. And you right. You right. See, they want us to say we from Africa or think we African American so we can become a foreigner on our own land. We know we indigenous to this land. We know that. I know exactly. Yeah, I think that, bro. You right. You right in the Zach for that, bro. But man, that shit out the window, bro. Shout out to Dane. Shout out to a good brother Phil, my bro Nigel. You know, we all, everybody speaking they truth. We see what it is. Everybody around the world, and now just watch how all of a sudden, because you know, every time we wake up to the truth and we get to come in to unify, they come up with another doctrine. Just watch in the next couple months, a few years, because they see we talking like this now, and it ain't just us, it's everybody around the fucking world, and we really we rising up. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like don't fall for the okie dokie. You know what I'm saying? If something resonate with you, it's resonate with you for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Follow those vibrations, follow that path, and that's gonna help you unlock and shit for yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna give you that God-given power. But yeah, man, this land is ours. This our shit. You know what I'm saying? We coming for our shit. You know, we just need to have the right people talking, because it's more than what's that shit they call when they give us the money? It's more than reparations. We need spiritual welfare, spiritual reparations. We need financially reparations. We need all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? They got us living on top of buildings and in projects, and we wanna. Y'all notice that all Caucasian and rich people live by forests and lakes and shit, and we all live in projects stacked on top of each other and look courtway buildings and shit. We supposed to live in nature. Back in nature, our ancestors used to walk with panthers and lions, and tigers, and hunt. Like, this was natural to us. You know what I'm saying? So they took us out of our natural element. It's like a fish in a fish tank. You just setting up the background, but really this fish is supposed to be with his family in the lake, in the pond. So we really not in the right environments. We're not free. That's why we can't manifest as much as we should. Some of us can, but it's a lot of us can't because we took out our element. You know what I'm saying? And that goes back to the beginning of the video when I was telling y'all these people have a phenomelanin and we have a neuron melanin. It's two different types of melanin. With the melanin that colored people got in our skin, it give us the ability to like have almost psychic abilities. I know y'all grandma and mamas was like, no, don't do that. I feel like this gonna happen. Now we had those psychic abilities. Yeah, that's condensed melanin. Melanin, condensed sunlight. You know, that's what melanin is. It's carbon. Carbon is a conductor of electricity. That's why, you know, that's why we wear jewelry and like gold. Because when we put that shit on, we feel like pharaohs. We feel good. We got that aura around us. You know what I'm saying? But
it's the 7 chakras of our bodies, for sure.
And just to piggyback off what he's saying, it's 7 chakras, and that means we exist in 7 different dimensions. That's why when you can go to sleep and dream, and you dream already in that dream, you notice you already got on clothes, you already in this world. That's because you already exist on that plane. You know, so it's important. You know what? I think our next topic we should go in about chakras. Because chakras, we do have, actually, it's 12 chakras to be exact.
Yeah.
But our chakras, I feel like it's them different dimensions where we exist at. And that's real. Yeah, we got 12 chakras. And another thing about the chakras, because the chakra, if y'all look at the color chart of the chakra, it got all the chakra, the colors of a rainbow. So they trying to infiltrate the rainbow symbol from the indigo children. Well, yeah, but for us to really know what the rainbow colors mean, it ain't gonna get past us. But it's a lot of people that see that shit and be like, that's gay.
Bitches trying to make pedophilia cool, by the way, y'all. That shit bogus as hell, man. Death to all of them. Look, I ain't trying to get my brother paid.
We can go deep. We can keep it however y'all want to go.
But y'all know that molestation shit, any harm to a child, a person should not live. They don't deserve their life. If you're willing to sexually harm a child, if you're willing to hurt a child physically, any of that, definitely if you take that, you don't deserve a life. Point blank period. And I can't stand when people try to take up for them type. And I can't believe that, you know, they trying to add it to these alphabet people, man. Again, I ain't trying to get my brother page flag, because I got my own opinions about that. And that
we go deep, man. This for the people. We teaching.
Man, look, you know what I'm saying? Because most of them people are hurt. The only reason why I empathize with them alphabet people, God damn it, is because I know 50% of them, they unfortunately were children who were traumatized like most of us. And they just so happen to have maybe gone through molestation or rape as children. And so they grew up thinking that that was okay and that they had to love on the same sex.
Hell no.
So a lot of them I empathize in a way where maybe that's why they where they are. But the mother 50% is just a bunch of motherfuckers who want attention and shit.
Okay, so why they teaching it in the school to the babies then?
Well, man, which is wrong. And that's another thing. Like that bitch Camel Harris. I know how to pronounce her name. Fuck that bitch. That bitch, goddamn it, was this DA or whatever it was, as far as in California. And her motherfucking ass was on in California when we was children. When we were asked what we wanted to be when we grew up, it would be, you know, the simple things. You know, a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher.
Bro just made a good ass point. He said a motherfucker could go to jail for 5 blows and gotta fight for their life, but a Geechee can go to jail and get right out. That's because they got power. They got that rainbow flag. They unify under one you know what I'm saying? Bro, they got power, more power than a heterosexual black man.
That gender affirmation care where they I was talking about, you know, I was, starting off somewhere else with it and going to segue into it, but now I'm just going to jump right into it since he said it. Hey man, the gender affirmation care is for basically, which no disrespect, that's white kid shit, because Negro kids ain't doing that shit to their parents. Talking back, telling about they call the police, but we gonna beat y'all ass. Hey, listen though, man, hey, I can tell you one thing for sure.
Hey man, hold on, wait man, YouTube playing, y'all see how it say it ain't no viewers, but I'm still getting replies? Alright, they playing with my numbers, man.
Bro, listen, fuck all that, man, fuck it. But I can tell you this, bro, their gender affirmation care, children, if they decide, hey, they, you know, all of a sudden they are, you know, they like the same sex. And their parents are parents who disagree. And they tell them, look, you have to wait till you're older and whatever the case may be. And they decide that they call the police. They're talking about the child. Do you not know that their law has been passed where the parent can suffer and can literally go to jail? Damn. Because their child has called the police on them because they have now been given the right and the power to get their to choose their own identity. So if they're a born male and they say they're a girl, and that's what it is, and vice versa. And they, you know what I'm saying? That shit's sick and that shit fucked up. Then, you know, man, bro. Wow. Man, you know, so you know, the attack on our babies, man, is.
Well, we know they're attacking the babies because that's the future.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, again, like, man, this bitch Kamala Harris, before when she was vice president in California, here it is, you having that where it's documented on paperwork, and you asking these babies as young as 5 years old, bitch, these children are not even sure of the gender that the good Lord has, that they were created as, let alone talking about, you know, they gonna change their gender identity. That shit ain't fair. That's child manipulation. That's child abuse. There's so many things I can say that, man. It's crimes against humanity, man.
So what's the
And this Babylonian place, boy, this bitch gotta suffer, man. This bitch gotta suffer.
What's the reason why they really pushing this gay agenda for depopulation? Because you know 2 of the same sex can't have a baby. What's the real big agenda?
Man, look. All I'm saying is, if that's what the person decided is what they're going, that's their business as adults. Keep the kids out that shit. And that ain't just going for that gay shit. That's the drugs, that's the gang banging, that's all that shit, man. Keep these that shit ain't cute, man. Let these babies be kids. Kids can't even go outside no more. Goddamn, you gotta look over their shoulder. Can't play catch. You know what I'm saying? All the technology, goddamn it. Where the motherfucking tablets and shit is given to children and shit. And they goddamn it just, you know, got their head down. I call it cell net. And everybody lacking. Got their head down, goddamn it, instead of looking around and on their six, as they say, well, that's because I'm a gangster. Goddamn it, but paying attention. Goddamn it. And these babies, goddamn it, want to sit around and play games like Call of Duty and GTA. And they going outside, the lines being blurred, thinking it's okay, thinking them same thing that's going on in video games, to go outside with one of their big brother or their cousins, or you know, a gun they found or some shit.
So they pre-programming them in the video game.
Bro, already pre-programming them ain't even a word, but yes, bro. You better believe.
When you think about it in Chicago, it's like Grand Theft Auto outside. You go outside, motherfuckers, cars getting stolen,
and the lines
innocent deaths. This shit,
so
like we.
Therefore, the children think it's okay. And in the court of law, if they were to ask me as a grown-ass man, I would stand and I would take the stand and I would say, hey, Your Honor, hey, those children are innocent, for they know not what they do. But you better believe, whoever, as the adult, is responsible as guardians in their lives and anything else, whatever the influence is, because that child is only no more than what of a product of, you know, they say it's cliche to say that, but a product of their environment. And so, if they seen these things, if they were given these things, you know, whatever the case may be, and it causes them, and it shapes and molds them to do what it is, maybe they would be locked up for, such as that video you sent me where Shorty and them was running down the block and they clapped up some OGs on the block on both ends, nigga, hopping out a whole truck. Nigga running down the block on both ends, nigga. Nigga, and everybody had hammers, nigga.
Look, I'm talking about little kids, though.
Nigga between the ages of my oldest son, about like, nigga, let's just say like, about 9 all the way between 14, nigga. I mean, about 12.
Little kids,
nigga.
wow.
And on both ends of the block, on both sides of the block, nigga close in on homie them. You see kids, you automatically, you not thinking that, oh man, you know, oh, they got guns and shit. You know what I'm saying? So even you seeing that many of them when they running, you know, the father instinct in me would have been like, man, Shorty, y'all okay? But it's already too late. They done upped on you in that whole time. You shocked, because not only is it a child who got a hammer and he really blowing, but shit, yeah, come on, man. So what? Then they goddamn it was screaming. It ain't because they was hit. Nigga, the lines blurred. It's because their adrenaline was rushing. Now, you got a group of Robert Yummy Sanders. They got to keep doing that shit. They got to keep doing it. And then when they was done, because they let all clips go and every gun they had, the Ring camera got it all. They ran to the car and they got in. You know what I mean? They jumped out of They jumped out of and ran to the car that they, you know, initially got out of to do the hit, and they got back in. I'm like, man, again, in the court of law, man, them babies innocent, regardless of the camera, you know, catching them. But it's a grown-ass man or somebody older than them who put them up to do that. And that shit wasn't cool. Like, man, niggas is... I heard about that motherfucking man, like, man, bitch ass niggas, like, man, like, boy, you niggas don't need no life, boy. You do that to a baby, you traumatize a child like that.
They said the little boy was killing people for cookies and $10 and shit.
Yummy, Yummy.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, the BDs, man, shit, folks them got they got damn it, hey, and then they tried to cover it up by having dude and them who were brothers. I can't remember their name, but fuck them, god damn it, and they was kids, you know. I mean, shit happens, but they were told to do it because if they weren't, they were gonna lose their life, and maybe and possibly all of their family members. And they took them on up under bridge under the viaduct, and they had him get on his knees, and they, killed him execution style. And see, the thing was, not they also said that they had him, murdered because they was afraid to tell the police. I'm like, bitch, the man had about 20, 30 bodies. He was picked up by pigs every time, just about.
Yeah.
If he ain't telling y'all, then so come on, man, miss me with that, man.
You know how it be.
It was the fact that he killed one of he not only did he kill a young lady, she was pregnant, and then she just so happened to be, a high-ranking, one of the GDs, a high-ranking member, so they're like, man.
He said they fear Shorty. Hell yeah.
Like, man, we gotta get rid of him, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it could have been. Man, because right now, boy, if he should have been alive, he'd been older than me. He'd been about, because I'm 36, he'd been about 39, 38, 39, maybe even 40.
Damn, little Yummy.
But, again, he was innocent. And the shit he went through, man, children should not have to. Yeah. Children should not have to go through that. It ain't their fault. No child is. Nobody would stand up for our babies, man. And I'm sick of that shit. I'd have perpetuated enough evil out here. Drug selling, shoot. I'd have been on both sides of that gun. If a nigga, goddamn it, and tell you, goddamn it, he done sold drugs and he done clapped and did this, that, and the third out here in these streets, and he wasn't scared, nigga, not once for anything, especially if he was out on a mission, that nigga's he lying. I hate when niggas be trying to be all tough and goddamn it, everybody like niggas ain't got feelings and shit. But yeah, don't get me wrong. One thing I'll say, our whole city got PTSD. We all need Zans around this bitch. Straight up. But for sure though, man, look, hey. Man, we all callous at heart, Shout out to the Black Heart Foundation.
I feel like it's always about your intent, because if you go to jail for killing a man, maybe your intentions was you protecting your village or your home. But if you go to jail for just running up, killing a motherfucker because you don't like them, it's all about your intent.
Bro, you gotta think, bro. If COINTELPRO was doing what they were doing, such as sending letters back and forth to Chief Malik, as much as a greaseball as old Chief Malik was, nigga, hey, if that bitch J. Edgar Hoover was sending letters back and forth to the Black Panther Party and to David Barksdale and Larry, and he perpetuating shit, instigating shit like it's them, but the whole time it ain't, when they realize like, hold on, this ain't us, because we was here, or we was such and such, or such, you know what I'm saying? They put it all together, put two together, and it was like, oh no.
So they trying to
infiltrate
them, turn them against each other.
Exactly. So if that whole thing, come on, think about now. It's the police doing most of these shootings, bro. That's like doctors. Doctors are not in the business to heal us, bro. They wouldn't have a job. They're only in the business of treating, not curing.
They say them are the #1 professional killers. They pay licensed killers.
Of course.
I don't know how many people that...
And it comes in the forms of angels in white coats like angels, nigga. Yeah, I know, bro. Don't get me started. But now, not digress and get off subject, but I'm just saying, hey, man, the whole thing, what was I saying for it?
We was done talking about the Yummy situation, but we was just talking about how these people, you know what I'm saying?
Something before I said something about the doctor.
We be talking so deep, I'm trying to say. But man, the doctors, they got more bodies than niggas on the streets. They didn't let a motherfucker die trying to do a malpractice surgery, doing this. They know you had this, but they know you ain't got the insurance to pay for this. So he say, man, Joe Never motherfucker need to form an educational group or some gang. Yeah, I mean, the only thing about that is when you form a, we got some more smoke. Oh, my bad. Shit, just now, hey, now look, about a gang, the only thing about that, bro, I feel like sometimes I feel like a gang is 50-50. Like, everybody want to get to the top and be that, he said don't got to be public. Shit, that is almost like a cult, right? I just feel like with games, I feel like it was to protect our community, but at the same time, I feel like it was put there to destroy us. Because if you look at all these organizations, they not on the same accord. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you wouldn't know the difference between a killer or the chief because everybody was on the same accord. You know, so it ain't like that no more. Like, it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like the gangs kind of fucked our culture up because that's where most of our deaths come from. Gang shootings. And a majority of the
police because of infiltration, bro. In my opinion, bro. Listen,
but
the federal
at some
government,
point,
bro, as a kid, bro,
at some point,
documented.
you got to be like, no, you got to know right from wrong. Bro, you can't just let nobody come infiltrate you.
I went to John Hope on the south side of Chicago. John Hope on 55th and Low, bro.
He said just like an after-school program.
Where there's open railroad tracks, right? Okay, nothing blocked off, nothing. Niggas, freights coming through there all times of the days and the nights, especially. And nigga, there were a bunch of fucking nothing but crates of guns coming through that bitch, and they just letting them sit there, bro. And I mean, like, man, like in hindsight, I said that just to say, man, with that type of information and knowing that they had these things coming through the city and just sitting them in certain neighborhoods that were infested with certain street organizations, and they were being able to perpetuate and give in and figure, hey, we as people decide we're gonna fall into that trap, and it was pretty much the bait, and we fall into it, and then you all create the trouble so that you all can, you know, it was like, come on, man, and I was just a child then, you know what I'm saying? And they did this shit all over the city, and, you know, left shit in alley, crates of guns in alleys, drugs, all types of things, man.
So what happened? What these people?
Come on.
Yeah. See, the thing about it is, they say because our youth need. I'll see, bro. I get what you saying, King. You talking about some like we need to start making programs and stuff for these kids and like boys and girls centers and stuff like that. But I feel like, you know, that's possible. That will make a difference because, you know what I'm saying, playing sports and all that is a way to lead this world, but we get that started off with the land and property.
That's a trick too.
But because don't
I mean,
get me wrong,
at any point for putting the guns down is necessary. It don't matter if you
doing
whatever.
anything,
If you going to a church,
exactly, and I agree with that. But I'm so sick of trying to put us in that. I'm sick because that's like it reminded me of Roman times. It was reminding me of Roman times where they had people fighting lions for the entertainment of the elite at the time and doing different things, you know what I'm saying, in coliseums, which now is the same thing in modern times when you got ball players and all the other shit. I'm sick of that. No, where's our thinkers at? I want more doctors. I want more. I want more lawyers. I want more, you know what I mean? Like, nah, bro. Fuck that entertainment shit. And then they want you to say it's sold anyway, and then they run off.
Man, we already know these celebrities in Hollywood.
Shout out Steve Copley, RP, the Honorable Dr. Steve Copley.
See, Hollywood, people gotta understand. Hollywood
too.
is something called a holly tree. They use holly tree, the little break off branches of the holly tree, and they use it to do spells and voodoo. And when you look at Hollywood and you compare it to the holly tree, it's very occultic. It's a lot of symbolism and it's a lot of stuff in Hollywood. But my thing is, they'll bomb Black Wall Street, but they won't bomb Hollywood. Hollywood is promoting so much death, so much pedophilia, so much terrorists, so much everything, and this shit still standing, bro. So we know what these people want. Yeah, that's predictive programming. Yeah, that's what Hollywood doing. But I feel like at a certain point, like how we talking now, you gotta realize, like, all right, man, this shit ain't getting me nowhere. You know, at some point, we can't keep just pointing fingers, blaming it on them. You know, so I just feel like a lot of people just waiting on stuff to happen. They waiting on something to rise so they can.
Some consistent.
Man.
Now, I agree with the, you can't just keep pointing. But again, at the end of the day, when you get to those certain, even Oprah and all them speak of them glass ceilings, it's only so how they can go. Look, who owns all these things, and his brother Ye has spoken of. He should have been did, like you say, Sway had the answers.
Y'all notice some of.
Listen,
Go ahead, I'm gonna let you go.
He's coming back to us, and he's pretty much it's straight. What is it? What's the word? Y'all help me out. Straight to basically straight to us, man. Shit, ain't no middleman. Shit.
Oh yeah, so
you know
they.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
And the whole thing is now, and he's doing it for the cheaper, if I'm mistaken, so everybody is affordable prices and shit. And
I feel like Ye, you feel like Ye really with this shit and he really, you know what I'm saying, or you feel like he just needs some attention right now?
You need the attention. You had it already. I think you got that.
I'm gonna say, come on, one man worth $9 to $11 billion going just out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
His own self.
You know what I'm saying?
He ain't
It's
jeopardizing nobody but himself.
So,
but once you apologize, it's over with. He apologized.
Bro.
He should have just stuck with his guns.
Bro,
No.
I still ain't seen it.
That's the show.
The
He's the
apologies.
bigger person. I can do what y'all say.
Yeah.
What y'all gonna do.
But like you say, nigga, I ain't control
Still gonna whip me,
y'all
right?
can't
You
control
still
me.
gonna control me, right?
Y'all can't
You still
control
want
me.
me to shut up, right?
Like, man, you seen the one where you say y'all can't control me. Y'all control Beyonce. Y'all control Jay-Z.
He ain't
That
have
nigga was going crazy.
That's why I believe it.
Chicago, boy. Chicago.
Yeah.
Cause I see them whooping his ass. And he by himself getting his ass whooped.
Man, I don't get no fuck.
I did at that point. I really knew, like, I ain't see no other celebrities stick out and be like, "Hey, y'all, we need to go help." I ain't see nobody do shit. At that point, I knew, like, man, y'all all leading us through the burning house,
You see
through the.
what Dave Chappelle did? This nigga went on
What he
Saturday Night
do?
Live a couple days later and made a skit about it. Yeah, I usually go out and help Kanye to his assistant when he do something crazy. But this time I was like, hold on, wait, let me see how this gonna play out. Because he don't want that same type of ass.
Yeah.
Niggas know they place. They ain't been put them in this place.
Yeah,
and a lot of other
Cause
niggas.
Dave done been through it, and Dave love
Them
niggas
niggas
for
still
real.
niggas. They just trying to show they ain't niggas.
Yeah, I just feel like, man, ain't no point of having all this money.
Dave helping him out.
Ain't no point of having all this money and fame if you can't come back and share it with your people. They say these NBA players and NFL players, they be having real seminars about not going back to their hood. Don't talk to this person. That could be dangerous for you. That might not be a good look. They be real live brainwashing people, like, when you make it, not to go back. I'm like, damn. But that goes back into what we were just talking about. Like, when I seen him in his spotlight and ain't no celebrity come to his aid, I'm like, damn, these people, like, I'm like, we really should stop listening to this, though. We should boycott the whole industry. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy. And then Kanye West, he was a little cocky though. He was talking about some. I could be anti-Semitic. He's bringing them in $2 billion a year, but you're not noticing. These Jews people got fucking contracts with microwave people. They got contracts with cars, contracts with everything. They making billions and multi-billions off all other type of shit. So you ain't gonna really affect them.
They in the lives with they already.
Hold on, let me see what bro said. You say he say no cap. The man been had the attention shorty. It's to the end with him. He lost everything, his family, some of his assets, like business wise. The man lost his old lady. She was his main family. Yeah, that's true. You know, when you feel like you ain't got shit to lose, you know what I'm saying? I guess you do.
And he still don't give no fuck. He still want credit. So I mean, shit. That's that. Exactly. So it's like, man,
once he's stuck,
Gemini, Jimmy can't help it. Tupac.
He told Farrakhan that. See, Farrakhan, you know, that was a little.
He ain't playing, boy.
I don't take no spice from. I'm like, this nigga Kanye, a motherfucker. Fool.
He told his husband, you need to call me so we can fix that.
Come on. You hear me?
I bet you got that dog.
I bet you he did. Bet he did.
You know, that nigga got more that nigga got more millions than the nation. God damn it.
Boy, all boy, the folks them and see this was being
see it be the nation versus the folks. Yeah.
And listen, Pete, the folks is really behind the man. Larry Hoover Senior Junior is his real life homie. GLC them, they real like. And come, this the hierarchy. Come on, man. These niggas love that nigga, yeah, boy. Come on, anytime, man. When he did that, bro, it was from the heart, bro. Cause like he say, man.
He said he did everything in the world, no?
Man, folks them, goddamn it, man. Anywhere he went, bro, folks them protected him. Cause he wasn't, man.
Look at what he do.
They ain't let him gangbang and serve like he wanted to. Cause he always talk about that. He wanted to serve all that. They was like, man,
you'll probably catch him on some weird shit with a vest on.
Yeah.
He in country. He walk around this.
And the folks can say they did that. Why? Cause they real life told is the reason they real life.
And he met with President Trump, so he got some somewhat political power and street power.
Come on, exactly. They were like, man, cause what if he had to serve? What if they had to let him serve? What if they let him, become a shooter out here? Cause they was like, yeah, you one of the folks, but you can be. As Larry said,
I saw more white people in his son though. The church giving than black people.
As Larry said, nigga, we need GDs in every area, in aspect of life, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
I heard this about Larry. Now they say Larry was so fucking smart that he was trying to actually make the Growth and Development Party a political party and make it with the Democrats and Republicans. And they say that's why another reason why they set him down, because he was just too fucking organized and too smart.
He was aligned with the system. He knew how it ran. He wanted to make us a part of what they already had existed.
But and to reverse all that, to make it even better, even if we don't have no party with these two groups, all we gotta do is once they lose our vote, it's over with.
We ain't shit but an investment. We don't invest.
I mean, I feel like America is a big machine and colored people is the oil. We keep this bitch running.
Right? Yes, sir. We ain't shit but an investment. But if we don't invest, guess what happens?
That's why the prison industrial complex is what it is. And number to number, you can be the pettiest thing, but they get that 25,000 just so you spend it a night, even if it's just for that 8 hours. They getting 25,000.
Yeah, because they making it like they sheltering us, they feeding us.
Hell nah, it's crazy. Quit.
Well, the big
8
picture.
hours, so imagine what they get, bro, when you actually on time. Come on.
The big picture I see, man, like in the cemeteries, we overcrowded. In the jail cells, we overcrowded. In the schools, we overcrowded. In the suburbs, we overcrowded. In the streets, we overcrowded. Everything they create, it can't stop us. So we at this crossroad now, like, you know what I'm saying? We can't keep these fucking people down. Even police brutality, they killing us. We still, our numbers still rising. And we, like, whatever they doing, they just can't stop. Like, we just there. We done been through more shit that ain't no race on this planet walking this earth been through more harm as long as us. And we still walking with our head high. And still, you know what I'm saying, accepting these people.
And they try to figure out, like the natives we are, how.
Because
we used to speak
he said we don't die, we multiply.
Baby,
yeah, we multiply, man.
Like on baby's kid. Because resilience is in us, bro.
Well, my whole point is that's what it is. And we all these systems, we overriding it. And these people in power, like Bill Gates, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, all these elites, they old. They in their 70s and 80s.
Man,
they in their 70s and 80s. So they ain't got another 20 years in them. So they trying to do shit while they can now, while they alive. You know what I'm saying? Because we study rising. So I feel like racism is a big distraction. A lot of people, it's too obvious. You know what I'm saying? Whites don't like blacks because it is black and white. I feel like it's more deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? They using racism as a distraction because if you smart and you rule in this world and you want to stay in control, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna make it as obvious. So racism is just a little bitty tiny part. Yeah. But man, these people that's in power, that's old as hell, once they die, they children not go rule like how they was ruling. You know what I'm saying? That's like what you doing right now. If something was to happen to you, you mean, you know, you probably trained your son and trained your boys good, but they just ain't gonna do it like daddy. So that's how the world is. These elites, once they pass off, their children not gonna be able to rule like how they ruling. Their children ain't gonna be that heartless like how they was. You know what I'm saying? He said, why you think they got plasma centers? Yeah, they collecting our DNA, blood types, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Why you think every time you wake up and go to work or wherever you going, you see a white person jogging in the morning with their shorts and training? You got to ask yourself, why is they steady getting in shape? Who they getting in shape for? What if something happen? These people getting prepared and fitted. People don't ask these kind of questions. It'd be so obvious. You know what I'm saying? But you right. That's why they got plasma centers everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Why you put it, and you just proved the point. Why you think certain kids come up missing? Because if you go to a plasma, donate your plasma, your blood linked to this DNA, this rich white girl need a lung, boom, your daughter missing. Mysteriously died in a car accident because you got the same blood match as her. So yeah, this shit is set up.
Medical mafia.
It's a medical mafia. That's all it is. It's a medical mafia.
That shit exists too.
You got to think about it. Ain't no black man's really going to Afghanistan or overseas. This dope and shit, all this oxycodone and all this shit, nigga, that shit don't come from over here. Now, how's in Pookie and Ray Ray neighborhood? This shit, they bringing it to us and locking us up for it. So they getting both ends of the stick. You know, we just, like you said, we the investors. Bro just said that. We the investors.
Supply and demand.
Yeah, we the investors.
Basic economics.
Yeah, but I just feel like even if we don't invest, if we want to crash this system, all we got to do is get out of their reality. Put this little paper money down, put their phones down, and let's just stop.
We stop spending right now, bro. Everything
go crash. Go crash. Let's go. Yeah, because we the oil to keep this machine running. America is a big machine. It's a business. We used to have all the farms, you know what I'm saying? They
They've
all got
made-
bought out and
They've
killed.
Dr. King, like he said, they've mechanized the farms.
Hold on, they retracting his messages now. They people watching us. You see this shit? Message retracted. Oh nah, now they want to start playing with us. We talking some shit now.
Yeah, like Dr. King said, they
Message.
mechanized the farms, and they allotted it to all other
What's the word, bro?
ethnicities, and they didn't give any to Negroes.
I don't know, bro. I
They
see
didn't
they
do
just
that.
retract your message, man. We must be going deep. I mean, the truth, the awakening already here. Y'all can't.
Like
What's
Dr. King say, tell those in
he
Washington
said? I'm finna write it again.
that we are coming to get our check. We are coming to get our checks, and that's a fact. We're coming to get that. And like you said, you're making.
He said, "Why you think they need sunblock?" Yeah, I mean,
because they're recessive genes.
Yeah, they the recessive gene and we the dominant gene. So they the weakened gene. You know what I'm saying? A white person ain't nothing but a albinoid person to the fullest extent, which is a weak gene, and the sun make them a little sensitive.
I wouldn't even give them that because I seen them albino pure niggas, and they just be albino as hell, and they,
I mean, well, I believe white do come from black. A black woman can have a pure white baby with blue eyes and everything. You know, so a white person, but that still don't state the fact. If the white person do come from a black person, how y'all lose a small part of y'all DNA? How y'all get mixed with Neanderthal? See, y'all was fucking them animals in them caves and bought syphilis over here. You know what I'm saying? So, and y'all try to say we wild animals, but they the real wild fucking animals. Let me see. You say if you put a UV light on sunblock, it comes up black. Do you know shit? We really white and they really black. If you want to be technical. See, on my kids, to the white meat, we really white. You know what I'm saying? So, in a dictionary, it say white mean pure, godly. You know what I'm saying? Then it say black mean curse. They try to demonize the word or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? I just feel like who is you to put a definition or a word in a book? You know what I'm saying? What if we make our own dictionaries up? Like, who is these? We got to start to question these people, these authority. Because y'all know when we real life be outside driving and a motherfucker pull us over, ask for our ID and license and shit, these real life strangers, we don't know them. Who the fuck is y'all? And then we wondering why such and such daughter came up missing, this happening. Y'all, we got to start putting two and two together. These polices, that's why a lot of this trafficking and sex trafficking shit, it don't be stopped because they play a part in it. Now, I know I'm going off topic, but think about what I'm saying.
You ain't, because I already said I was speaking.
Think about what I'm saying. We don't know these cops when they pull us over. These white boys, sometimes even black guys, they'll pull us over. They get to want to see everybody ID in a car, which is illegal, you know. And then we wonder why so much ladies and babies coming up missing. We got to think about it like, damn, who know we live at, man? You know what I'm saying? Just start putting two and two together. These corporations that's here to protect us is really against us. He said, you really getting back on topic. So, yeah, man. So, who is these police to pull us over? These are complete strangers. That's why I feel like every policeman should police their own community where they live.
It's all contracting. It ain't we, you know. So shit, they can only do what I allow them to. If I tell them no, nigga, because like for example, they can't use that silly ass "I smell weed" as probable cause to get into the economy because weed is illegal. You could have just went to the dispensary and got some good shit in any form. And if it's reeking and they smell it, they can't say, oh, well, it's probable cause to get into the car. No, sir, it's not.
Man,
so, you know. shit like that.
That's deep,
No,
bro.
man.
Think about, y'all ever thought about this? These weed dispensaries, not only that they growers and they grow their own weed, y'all got to think about what's happening to all the weed and marijuana that the police has been taking and capturing. They reselling this shit back to us. Y'all don't think these dispensaries related and
Bro,
invested to polices
that
and shit?
Oh, bro, that shit about as old as me, bro. They
Yeah,
been
but-
doing that with coke and dope for years.
Yeah, it's a constructed system, but shit, I just feel like the reason why we don't get no justice and all this is because these the people that's doing this shit to
And we
us.
the only city police out of every nation, all 50 states. We the only nation, state, city and state, who police got blue lights, not blue and red, straight blue.
Yep, Chicago only got blue lights.
I always wonder what
And
that
then
meant.
when you think about it, you think about the two parties, Republican Party, the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party is blue, ain't it? And the Republican is red. So I feel like the Democratic Party own the city.
Nah, I think it's something else.
You think it means something else? Blue and red?
Blue blood, blue. The Jews.
He say they all do cocaine. Man, bro. I always wanted to ask that, like, why, cause
Blue bloods, bro.
why in a city, you know, our police cars only do got blue lights. Any other suburb is blue and red. See, what people don't know is in Chicago we draw off signs and symbols. So that's probably why a motherfucker be always just asking random shit, cause it be in your face so much. But that's a real good question. That's a real good question. And then when you think about blue and red, of course blue would mean heaven, red would mean the devil. You know what I'm saying? So we can use sacred geometry and talk about it too if you want to. The colors blue and red,
Cool, G.
the colors blue and red go back to a lot. You know, blue and red, it can mean police lights, it can mean Democratic and Republican. It also can mean Bloods and Crips. So I feel like, shit, colors kind of rule the world too in a certain type of way. I feel like they talk. Y'all know when I was working at this one job, and my boss, you know, we was low on work, so we was like cleaning up and painting the company, and he told me to paint the door red. I'm like, why the fuck you want me to paint the door red? He said, you know, red mean welcome. He said, you know, you will notice a lot of church doors are red, and I never noticed that.
Brand marketing, they teach about the colors and, you know, the reason for what they, reason why they, you know, may name, have certain colors that goes with the name of whatever the company may be or corporation may be. The fact that any effects that it has psychologically and all that, like, it's raw, but
Another thing, ooh, shit, bro, that was just deep. Now, what you just made me think about is colors play a symbolic role in our psyche, because when you
hungry, it makes some certain colors.
Yep. Think about McDonald's. What color McDonald's is? Red and yellow.
What color is all?
What color is Burger King? Red and blue.
I'm about to say, what color is all of the restaurants?
They red, yellow, blue, and orange. They all certain colors because
most of them red though.
KFC red, Popeyes orange, yellow.
Orange is still got a red, like, you know.
Wendy's red, Chick-fil-A red. So these
Come
certain
on.
colors,
Come on.
red lobsters. You
Come
know,
on.
so red is the main
Keep
color.
it-
Keep
keep-
going,
hold on,
bro.
Keep going. Let's go. Come on.
Red
Come
and
on.
black. You know
Come
what I'm
on.
saying?
Come on. Come on. Come
Yep.
on.
So
Come on.
the
Come
colors
on.
play a part.
Dominoes.
Red and blue. Oh my
Come
God.
on.
These
Come
colors do something to your psyche and make
Come
you
on.
hungry. And make you your
That's
dopamine.
merch.
It make
That's
your
merch.
dopamine go off in your
Come
brain.
on, bro.
But
They say, like, man, people be paying all this money, go to school and all that. God bless them if you got the money. I say if you got a scholarship, that's different. Hell yeah, go on here and do your thing. But if you ain't got, look, man, all this shit we speaking on,
We
this
blessed to have
college
this.
level shit and had knowledge, boy.
Blessed to have this
And that
knowledge.
ain't never common sense.
Yep.
Just broke it all down. Easy.
Yep.
People
So,
wouldn't figure like, damn, that is they right. Yeah.
yep. Every
Simple,
restaurant
simple.
got the color red in there. Just notice that.
Come on, man.
No matter. It's some restaurants.
Even if they got accents of other colors, the main color, primary color
It's
is
red or orange. Yep.
Straight up.
And then when you think about fire, it's red and blue.
Only one who
Orange.
ain't got that shit is Subway.
It got yellow.
I swear to God, that's the only one who ain't, you know. I give it a Subway.
Yeah, that's facts,
The
bro.
only one where everybody else red. McDonald's red. I think I said them first.
Uh-huh. Yep. Even a little taco restaurant, Tio something, that motherfucker red and blue and orange. JJ Fish, red lettuce.
Ooh,
Harold's Chicken, red
red.
right.
Come on.
Come on, man. All restaurants got the color red and a good majority of them. Oh, yeah, man. Oh,
Damn.
man. Me here, you got any restaurants where you get red?
Damn. He snapped.
What about aliens with the red dope?
Man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Fridays is got red lettuce.
Oh,
on there.
yeah. Cause folks said Chili's earlier, yup.
Yep.
Now meatballs say motherfucker, yup. Friday, come on, man. Easy. Come on, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
But these people, they know this sacred geometry. They know all these symbols. They know all this occultism stuff. But symbols is gonna be their downfall because, you know, once we get to decoding these symbols and colors and stuff like we doing, and we get to doing our researches and seeing where the shit at, we go know who been hiding what. You know what I'm saying?
Easy.
So, you know what I'm saying? As above, so below. You know what I'm saying?
You had to pick up on certain patterns and you had discernment and be able to, see with that third eye, as they say. You don't see with the two eyes. But when you see with that spiritual eye, that God conscious, that crown chakra, that you see with that eye. Easy, man. So
Y'all, it's gonna be a lot of people that watch this video. So if y'all, want to introduce y'all platforms, y'all can let them know where to follow y'all at or to look for certain shit. You know what I'm saying? But
I ain't got a platform.
boy, this
Just
is
know-
your platform.
Just know that, man. I swear to God, my brother, the Messenger TV, and what he doing, supporting him. I'm the wolf. God damn it, shit. Hey, and I can tell you this. You see him, that's my reflection.
I see we got another viewer, and we was just going hitting some deep topics. Make sure y'all rewind this video, and we dropping straight jewels. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the color red, y'all have noticed it's in a lot of restaurants, So this shit, a lot of shit so obvious, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even when you in the crib, you watching the game or something, you'll notice all the commercials are going restaurant commercials, McDonald's. And you might not even be hungry, but they'll make you fucking hungry because how the way they keep putting it in your psyche. You know what I'm saying? So all these corporations work with each other, the dentist, Walgreens, because, once we eat enough, eventually it's going to do something to our teeth. Then we're going to have to go to them. The dentists don't even supposed to tell us shit. You know what I'm saying? I went to the dentist and I was getting my teeth clean and shit. And the lady was telling me what kind of mouthwash to use and this and brush. She was like, I don't even supposed to tell you this. I'm going to get in trouble.
What did she say?
She was just telling me like to use like a certain toothbrush and to always brush in a circular motion and certain shit.
Because I ain't know that to my 30s. I'm like, send me, I'm gonna brush my teeth wrong
But
all these years.
the point is that all these corporations and all these people, they work together. They work together to keep us down. You know what I'm saying? Like bro said, we the investors, man. Y'all know how many people count on us to wake up to buy shoes or buy a car or buy a shirt. Like these people really count their wealth off us, So that's another key, another jewel. If we focus on where we spend our money at, then shit, we'll have more control, and maybe it'll recirculate and stay more around us. You know, so we definitely waking up, man. A lot of us waking up, the people waking up, you know what I'm saying? Well, we've been I'm just saying, like, people around the world waking up, because now a lot of people asking the questions that never was asked. You know, back in the days when our ancestors ruled, it was just, I bet people just went along. You know what I'm saying? Now people asking questions that never been asked.
Correct.
And that's very important.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you on that, bro.
But man, all I can say is, before, in every revolutionary is always gonna be some bloodshed. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's probably what makes me fearless about the subjects that I'm talking about, because, you know, this shit real life resonate with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm weird. I risk my life every day when I'm talking like this, because I know it's evil forces out there that don't want black men of this color talking, especially from the demographic of place that I come from, or we come from. You know, so I'm letting it be known, just because all niggas with dreads and locks and tattoos, we intelligent. We ain't all just no hot, goofy ass niggas. Some of us intelligent, and we know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? But damn, I kind of lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was gonna say, but we definitely, we woke, man. We woke. You know, so these people, they got to create another game, create another something to keep us trapped in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, more tactics. The veil has been lifted. We is woke. But yeah, man.
I always know that they have plan B's and C's and D's, so this is bro.
Fuck all that shit. They got motherfucking robotic dogs and robots. Who the fuck y'all think they building that shit for?
Don't underestimate them bitches. Right. Them top ass boy. Man, and small ass they some slick ass
It's funny because
parasites.
in school they'll try to indoctrinate you. See, that's why we need to know who was the creator of CPS, because
Try they do.
no, wait, look at the angle I'm finna come from. In school, they make it seem like our ancestors was whipped and enslaved. We know a lot of it true, a lot of it not. But they also try to make it like the enemy is just a white man. We know it's a specific group of white people. We know it's different type of white peoples. And we know the enemy ain't all white peoples. You know what I'm saying? It's the ones that's making it systematic hard for us. But if it was any good white people, how could y'all let them do us like this? You know what I'm saying? Silence is just like a consent. So should we trust y'all? You know what I'm saying? Maybe Malcolm X was right. We need you know what I'm saying? We need our own shit, you know?
Walk up on them like, man, and we were sitting with the niggas and we found out.
We very aware that the enemy is not all white people, but I mean, do y'all disagree? Because just like I said, if it was some good white people, why didn't stop the bad ones from being bad?
That's why I hear what you're saying.
So it's like, ain't nobody coming to save us, man, but the person in the mirror.
Damn, sir.
Ain't nobody coming.
They already built a stampede from the beginning. Implanting themselves here.
Exactly.
You gotta take it back to a lot of streets, signs, and statues.
And they know they.
Who you think wrote the first laws? White. You go back, you see his name everywhere on the main street in every city. Madison.
Yep.
You ain't know who James Madison was?
This shit.
Infiltrated the system.
True.
I mean, he's going to be a president. He's a Freemason, whatever president.
But
He
yeah,
was though, man.
that's all facts, man. Another thing I can say, he said they freezing it. Another thing I want to say, damn, my bad, I'm suited. I want to go touch so much shit all at the same goddamn time. I gotta get ready. Yeah, give it to him, bro. Don't give no fuck. I'm be getting on the road in a minute, so I'm gonna end this live, but I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna put a Zoom link up so all us can video chat each other and see each other. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, y'all want to keep building, we can do this. I'm gonna put the link in the chat and we can keep going. But shit, I'm gonna close out by saying, these people know who he is. If y'all don't know who y'all is y'allself, just look at the white man or look at the man who running the show. Look how he acting. Look how he dwelling down. Cause we taught these people how to walk and all this, so they acting as us. So if y'all don't know who he is, y'all look at the ruler and see how they doing shit. That's us. That's our power. It ain't none, cause ain't nothing new under the sun. Yep. Then go look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying?
Look in the mirror and say God. And then tell yourself, I think, therefore I exist. And repeat God again, you don't realize. Because it's even in every holy book, you know what I mean? That ye are gods.
Yep.
You are God. That's what you're going to see in the mirror. That's what you tell yourself. Not to undermine what brother is saying, but may everybody who is, may the year they're here, looking in that mirror, make sure you look and you tell yourself that you are God.
He said,
God
make
is.
a man in creation of me. Yeah. That's a fact, bro. But yeah, man, I'm finna I gotta go take care of some other business, but I'm definitely finna go back live and shit. Whatever, we can just keep going live as freestyle. Whatever motherfucker talk about, we could just go deep in those topics. Whatever a motherfucker wanna know, or you know, we could just hit everything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's that time, Joe. They know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why they censoring everything, because they didn't know that the internet was gonna be their worst downfall. It backfired on them because a lot of people waking up off the internet. Look what we doing now. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, and they can't stop the internet because the world that we moving in is, you know, it's an artificial world. So you need AI, artificial intelligence. You need the internet because a lot of their wealth and stocks and shit is already set up like this. But also the internet is their worst fucking enemy. You know what I'm saying? Because with the internet, you have the ability to wake millions of people up at the same time. You know, it ain't back in the day how it used to be a word of mouth or coming to church on that Sunday or coming at meeting. You know, you can just go on the internet and whatever your mind think, you can Google it, or you can, you know what I'm saying? You can come to the people platforms like this. You know what I'm saying? Where we do deep and higher perspective topics. You know what I'm saying? You might see something. You might see some one way. I might see it 10 ways. You know what I'm saying? But you know, this knowledge is just like eating, man. You eat the meat, spit out the bone. If it's resonating with you, if it's something you ain't know, and you know what I'm saying, and it's helping you get by, stick with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it definitely changed my life. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna end it with that, bro. Like I say, shit, this video will be up, so you know, if y'all watching these videos, I know eventually it's gonna get taken down, because they done took down 2 of my videos. They took down a video what I did about Afghanistan, and all what was going on, how they closed that, and they took the video down with Young Pharaoh.
Fuck.
So y'all can rewind this video, take notes, do whatever y'all need to do, and shit. I'll see y'all in a minute. Oh, if y'all want to email me about certain topics, go in my description, my email, all my information in there. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. You know, and I'm finna catch y'all in a hot second.